𝐓𝐅𝐄 Productions. 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 𝐓𝐅𝐄 Productions.
Quite conveniently for the Globe Lie, independent travel is not allowed below the 60th south parallel due to the Antarctic Treaty, and so answers to the Antarctic question and whether there is a 24-hour sun in Antarctica for 4 months every year is difficult to come by. But here's another big lie regarding the 24-hour sun in Antarctica, and there is no disputing this. The clip you're going to see is from a documentary called Antarctica: A Year on Ice, and you can definitely check it out for yourself.
It's the middle of summer. We check the time, it's just after 12 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock midnight though.
Now, you're going to see the beginning of the time-lapse, and then the end of the time-lapse. 2 little clips. Please note that these 2 clips are supposed to be separated by 24 hours. Did you notice the problem? Now I'm going to put the beginning of the clip on top, and then the end of the time lapse, which was supposed to be 24 hours later, on the bottom, and sync them. Like the PBS birds, the clouds and the sun are exactly the same at 2 different times. As you can see, the sun and clouds were looped to create a phony 24-hour sun. Why lie about this? Why would they go to this much effort to fake something that should be easily filmed? If you have any love of the truth, that should really bother you. This is from an entirely different Antarctica documentary. The same music was used for both of these fake 24-hour sun Antarctic documentaries. Listen. That's a bit coincidental, isn't it? I'm guessing the same fraudsters made both videos. But let's get to the main point. Again, please watch the original clip unedited. This isn't something I really need to spend time on. There are a few more detailed analysis videos out there showing that the sun is fake by comparing it to real images of the sun, like in this time-lapse video. But you have to be a damn idiot if you think that that Antarctic video is showing genuine footage of the sun. Seriously, can't you tell which one is fake? It's a silly cartoon image, and they're using digital imaging editing software, as there are graphic layers. Of course, the wristwatch is a computer graphic, and notice that the compass directions are partially hidden behind the mountains, evincing layering. See how the words north and west are partially hidden behind the mountains? Combine that with the cartoon sun. Again, you'd have to be a moron to think that this is real footage, and yet this footage is repeatedly shown by globe propagandists as proof of the Antarctic 24-hour sun, if you can believe that. First, we already know that because of the Antarctic Treaty System and its enforcement protocols, independent travel is not allowed below the 60th south parallel. And that alone should raise some major alarms that the controllers are hiding something big from we the people. Now, whoever created this 100% fraudulent video went to a lot of trouble to fake the Antarctic 24-hour sun. So why am I convinced that this different video is also fraudulent? Instead of the clouds reappearing exactly the same, in this case, the sun appears exactly the same 24 hours later, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Let's first watch the relevant portion of the original video, but I did speed it up for brevity. As you can see, the sun is supposedly moving across the horizon as it similarly would close to the North Pole. The shadows seem correct, and the clouds do not repeat, like in the other Antarctic video. I guess they got that right. But I really want you to pay attention to the sun. Watch as the sun comes across the second time and see if you can notice at first glance any differences between the two sun segments, allegedly separated by 24 hours. Let's watch the two segments synchronized. Again, these are supposed to be separated by 24 hours. My synchronization may be off by a fraction of a second, but you can see that the suns appear to be exactly the same. Already, I think that's impossible, but I wasn't 100% certain. The sun changes its path about 1 degree every day, and the atmosphere changes a little bit every day. And so those flares on the camera, or whatever you call them, should appear similar, but noticeably different. But let me get to the coup de grace that seals the deal for me, that this is indeed fake. Maybe you missed it, but there was a point where the sun appeared to flash in the video. I have the clip here. I don't know what would cause this flashing. I assume a cloud could do it, or the camera had a slight malfunction, but the flashing actually happened on both day 1 and day 2. Here I have slowed down the flash to 1/10 speed. On 2 different days, the flashing of the sun and the lighting matches perfectly. The suns not only match perfectly, but the flashing of the sun also matches perfectly and synchronized. Nah, I don't think that's possible. And so I'm confidently calling this a fraudulent video.
The sun's not far away, not a distant burning sphere, a luminary mystery that draws us ever near. We question what we're told, seeking answers in the light. On this path of discovery, we bring the truth to sight. In the magic hour glow, the world turns soft and pink, colors of the midnight sun more vibrant than we think. Each hue a testament to the wonders that we find, capturing the magic that inspires heart and mind. Each hue a testament to the wonders that we find, capturing the magic that inspires heart and mind.
The seasons change as the sun makes its round, a circling light above where new truths are found. No tilt to explain what we feel and see, just the sun's path above, marking time so naturally. In the whispers of the wind, we find the hidden clues, challenging the narratives, redefining the news. With eyes wide open, we trace the patterns in the sky, seeking out the answers that make the questions fly.
Theories spun by those who never question what they're taught, pseudoscience stories that unravel when they're caught. We seek the deeper truths beyond the veil of grand designs, unraveling the mysteries and reading through the lines. Basking in the glow of a sun that never sets, warmth that lingers on, no moment for regrets. 24-hour daylight in the northern sky, so bright, a testament to wonders that unfold before our sight.
As the sun dips low and the journey finds its end, we pack up all our gear, ready to do it all again. With ⴕ eyes, we capture truth in every frame, signing off for now until the solstice calls our name. As the solstice fades and the days return to norm, we pack our gear away, waiting for the next year's storm. It's just a brief goodbye until the sun stands still once more, and we'll be back again, chasing light like never before.
Each summer since the start, my lens captures the view, time lapse in the journey, chasing skies of every hue. Through ⴕ research, the patterns come to light, uncovering the mysteries hidden in plain sight. Under the endless sky, we seek the light of truth, questioning the stories we've been told since our youth. Circling the sun, we find a path so clear in the dance of day and night, the answers we hold dear.
Karen B had a complete meltdown, coming in the defense of 𝐶𝐷 and ⁶ claiming people are jumping the gun. We need to wait for 𝐶𝐷 and ⁶ to come back to the United States. 𝐶𝐷 already said or claims that he saw the 24-hour sun. You know it's a complete lie. And obviously Karen B can't be trusted either. Every time she runs one of these so-called Flat Earth conferences, it's at a Masonic lodge, a Shriner's temple, and here you see herself doing the one-eye symbolism wearing a Masonic hat. She's absolutely lost her mind, and this is the state of Flat Earth, where the fakes can be separated from the real ones. Let's get to it.
I don't think anybody understands how difficult it is to operate cameras and this type of sensitive equipment, because cameras, microphones, recording devices, these are all very sensitive types of equipment, and you're taking them into sub-zero temperatures. I just feel like nobody is giving anybody any sort of give for what they went and did. Well, maybe that's because everybody thinks it was fake. Man, they can't even get off the plane. They can't even come back. They can't even cross the equator, and everybody's like, it's fake, they're shills, everything's fake, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Well, why don't you let them bring back the data? So why should they be wasting batteries live streaming for 24 hours?
Why would they waste batteries by having chroma key turned on?
Bingo.
That eats up a lot of resources. Right now,
do you ever use, you know what though? Do you know what it means to change your batteries, your camera settings? Like for me, I felt like it was completely understandable for them to be going through everything that they went through, all the hoops they just jumped through to go to Antarctica, and he takes it in, don't talk over me. And he takes his laptop down to Antarctica.
Hey, stop.
You have to go through check-in. It's all special. Like everything about this trip is nothing like going to the North. And I feel like if everybody would just shut the and pay attention to what's going on, then you could take notes on all the things that are drastically different what it takes to go to the South Pole than it takes to go to the North Pole. Like nothing about what they're doing is the same as what it takes to go see the 24-hour sun in the North Pole. And some of us have been thinking about this for a while. Some of us started out watching the sun, like me. So why is everybody freaking out about this? What's the psyop?
They hadn't even come back yet, and it's all over Australian and New Zealand news. Flat Earth.
Did you expect any different?
No, we didn't.
That's not a psyop.
That's the psyop.
That's not a psyop.
Yes, it is.
It's not a psyop.
Here we go.
Y'all should have known.
How
it's a psychological operation is when they produce something that is not real to make you think it is real. So do you think the 24-hour sun is not real?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything that would give me credible like I said,
so
I'm in
you
the same boat as I was before, right?
So you don't think that 𝐶𝐷 and Austin are telling the truth?
𝐶𝐷 and Austin out of it. I'm not worried about personalities.
Okay. So if you're not emotionally invested, shut up! I'm not done. I'm not. If that is what you feel, if you don't feel emotionally involved to trust 𝐶𝐷 or trust Austin to bring back valid information, if your emotions aren't in it, then you shouldn't even. Oh, it's not about who you trust or who you like. Well, if it's not about who you trust or who you like, the Globies brought back the data. Do you not trust that data?
Do you think that I based that off the personalities? No, I based it off of what I saw, Karen.
So everybody from both sides is saying there's a 24-hour sun. So what the?
I don't know that the people. Listen, I'm looking there and said that I'm on the flat Earth side.
No, it wasn't a couple of guys. There were 10 people. There was a whole entourage. A bunch of people went. 50 cameras. Remember, you said it. Oh, but it's not real.
1909.
Dude, I'm so over this. You're cool, but you're afraid.
Everybody, just chill. We lost Karen.
Karen, you didn't have to go.
tonight we have with us a special guest. He is an ex-NASA employee. He used to be a professional musician. He's a flat earther, a published author. He's very knowledgeable about information technology and 5G technologies. He is, did I say he was a flat earther?
You did.
So did you see a 24-hour sun in Antarctica?
Well, okay. Here's the funny thing about that is it's twilight. You never see the orb that we call the sun. You never see that. Okay?
Really? You don't even ever see the disk?
That's what I mean. We never see that. Okay? And it's like a twilight that's 24/7. It was just always light, sort of a light haze, twilight type light. You also never saw what you could consider to be the position of the sun, because even when the sun's going down or coming up and you have a twilight, you have a certain level of intensity at an area where you see that's where the sun's coming up, right?
Right.
I don't recall ever seeing that, and we were outside quite a bit.
I don't recall ever seeing that, and we were outside quite a bit.
It's is that you right there? And where's that located?
Right there?
Yeah.
That's Antarctica, and then that's Iceland.
You were in Antarctica?
Yeah.
Okay. I have to ask you, okay? Because this is was this during, when were you in Antarctica?
2011.
And what was the year or the month that you were there?
December.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. This is going to be a very interesting question for you.
Okay.
Was there a 24-hour sun in Antarctica when you were there?
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
So sunset was at 2 in the morning, roughly, and sunrise was like at 2:45 in the morning.
Okay. Yeah, I was just thinking, like, as the Earth, being a globe and it's got equal tilt, all year around, I would think that both Arctic and Antarctic would have the 24-hour sun. But you're saying that's not the case. So the Arctic's is the only one to see the 24-hour sun.
Yes, I'm 100% sure about that.
So there you go. That was a day in the life. It's about, I think 7:30 right now, as you can see. Still sunny and bright. There really is no true darkness at this point in the year. The sun sets, but there's so much reflective surface, so much ice out here that it never gets dark. The sun sets, the sun sets, the sun sets.
This footage is simply reversed footage from the north. Notice how the camera lens is clear of snow, then within a 4-minute period, it is full of snow and ice. Then we see the amount of snow on the lens shrink in size. We also see people appear to walk backwards. Watch again. When we play the video in reverse, only then does it make sense. We begin to see snow build up more and more on the lens until we see someone come out and clean the lens off. The opposite would not have happened.
Sunsets, sunsets, sunsets.
The entire continent of Antarctica is the most stitched together and whited out mess you'll find on Google Earth. That is what happens when you warp an ice ring into an island. If the 24-hour sun existed in Antarctica, then it would be reasonable to assume that north-facing shadows should be found with some images taken during the Antarctic summer. Come to find out, the vast majority, if not all of Google Earth's images of Antarctica were taken during its summer. That is great news for shadow research. It will depend on the time of day the footage was taken, but if we look over all of Antarctica and find no north-facing shadows, then that is some strong evidence for no 24-hour sun, unless you're an extreme coincidence theorist. Remember that what we call satellites operate at all times of the day, and there is supposed to be constant sun for pilots too. A certain percentage of shadows must be facing north. Then if a 24-hour sun actually existed, let's find out. Pay attention to the compass in the upper right corner and the imagery date below. Stitching photos together from different years and in all different shapes is very normal across all of Antarctica. The majority of the so-called continent is admittedly fake snow, and a few fake mountain ranges when you go further inland. Only around its coast and a relatively short distance inland do you get actual photos. This is exactly what would occur too if Antarctica was an ice ring that became morphed into an island continent. What a coincidence. Instead, we are told the reasons for this is costs, just not enough satellites over it, national security, research activities, environmental protection, privacy reasons, etc. Any excuse one can think of. Let's continue.
Productions. Yeah. 𝐓𝐅𝐄 Productions. 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 Production. ᴜᴍᵃ Productions. ᴜᴍᵃ Productions. ᴜᴍᵃ Productions. ᴜᴍᵃ Productions. ᴜᴍᵃ Productions. ᴜᴍᵃ Productions.
La 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 la. Oh.
Beneath the endless, icy skies, where the frozen world in silence lies, where secrets hide and truth belies, where exploration it denies our eyes. They say the world's a frozen wall, but what lies beyond, we hear the call. A land untouched, so wild and free. Antarctica calls across the sea.
Message in a bottle through the frost, warning all the others who are lost. They made us think the world was round, but I have found mountains rise with icy crowns, glaciers carved through ancient grounds, guarding truth from distant towns where no one hear your voice and sounds.
In the quiet, the winds will sing of nature's reign, of an endless spring. Oh, Antarctica, land of ice and dreams, where the world is not quite as it seems. In your silence, we find our song. In your beauty, we all belong. Beyond the ice, could there be more? Oh, Antarctica, we want to explore.
Cold truth flows beneath my feet. Can't you see what's plain to see? La 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 la. They'll never know. A hidden world, a mystery deep. In the quiet cold, these secrets keep. In the land where daylight never stays, they veil the truth in a frozen maze. They say we cannot cross that line. A treaty holds a grand design. What secrets lie beneath the snow? A hidden world we're not to know. Is it the oil, the coal, the land that keeps us from this frozen strand? Or is it something more they hide in the endless cold, icy tide?
Cold truths that chill us to the core, whispers of an ancient lore, a continent of mystery and lore, guarded secrets on that distant shore. Standing at the edge of all I see, something's wrong with what they told to me. The ice beneath spreads listlessly.
Can't you see what's plain to see? In the land where daylight never stays, where penguins plays and temps betrays, the surface stays completely flat and still. No curve in sight from any windowsill.
The grifters attempted fakery and called the farce for TFV. They staged the scene with lights and screens, a final act behind the scenes, an experiment in the studio's glow. But we see through the CGI show, nothing like the North it looks. We ain't buying fraud from thieves and crooks.
Trick they carefully employ. Or is it something more they hide in the endless icy tide?
Cold truth flows beneath my feet. Can't you see what's plain to see?
La 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 la. They'll never know.
A hidden world, a mystery deep. In the quiet cold, these secrets keep. In the land where daylight never stays, they veil the truth in a frozen maze. Listen up, I'm speaking facts today. The maps we saw were all designed to sway our minds from understanding what is real. The truth that ancient people used to feel. They built these walls of ice to keep us in, feed us lies so thick they make our heads spin. But I've escaped the calculated plan. I understand, yeah, I understand.
Can you show us your camp and your breath? It is so dry here that you can't really see breath. Nope.
First, let's look at the full video in question.
Okay, so let's do a nice slow side by side so we can compare them. Okay, let's ease up in here. Okay, now, see this little flare down here on the ground? Right there, look. That's the same. Alright, the little flare coming out of the sun? That's the same. Okay, let's creep up a little more here. The flare disappears at the exact same time. Alright. Cruise it along. The sun shrinks. That's funny. Now here's your little cloud coming up on the top. It's a lens flare. Looks like a cloud to me. If it was a lens flare, then it would be there all the time, right? Because it's following the sun. Alright, so now there's a cloud. Look at it coming in real nice. Now look at the flare off the top of the sun. And then there's a little flare on the left side of the sun right there that's identical. Wow, pretty amazing. Let's cruise back. There's your flare. There's the one on the ground. Right there. What can you say? A lot of comments been saying that this right here is a lens flare. Okay, let's take a look at some lens flares. So here's a lens flare, and look at this one. It's a different color and a constant shape, and it moves around and follows the camera. Okay, here's another green lens flare right here. Now notice how it follows the camera. Move the camera around, it follows the camera. If I stop moving the camera, it stays just like that, right? But if I move the camera, it follows the camera, right?
Going frame by frame does appear to show a cloud of breath, then holding his hand to his face, then he appears to put something in his pocket, and then there's another cloud that appears before he makes it back to the computer. And that kind of does fit with the idea of him vaping, but obviously it's a time lapse, so it's difficult to tell. So once Will's 360 video was rendered, I went and looked at that. And what I'm seeing from that is thick, foggy breath being exhaled as he exits the hut, then clearly holding what appears to be a vape pen to his mouth for quite a while as he's walking back, then putting something in his pocket, and then blowing thick fog from his mouth before getting back to the computer, which to me personally seems to fit the argument of him vaping.
Which right there should show you I'm obviously not hitting a vape or doing anything to fake my breath and trick you, or I wouldn't be surprised and then try to do it a couple more times and then not be able to do it. Doesn't make any sense. But anyway, what the video that went around claiming to have proved this was just blatantly a lie and deceptively edited. And it claims like, hey, look, you can see him crouching behind this trash can hitting a vape, and here he stands up, and you can see that this is where he fakes his breath. And then it just puts the clip from my scene where you do see my breath, and I'm like, oh, look. Now what actually happened was I went and walked into the building, I got a drink of water, right? And then I came back out. And if you are drinking liquids and or warm up when you're in Antarctica, that's when you will see your breath. I got a drink of water, right? And then I came back out. And if you are drinking liquids and or warm up when you're in Antarctica, that's when you will see your breath. And it sucks, it hurts your lungs. Okay. Now that you have the 360 footage, you literally see my breath. You can prove I didn't vape anywhere close to that. There's a little bit. What's up now? Okay. Pick up the miles. I'm not placating. There are people working there, I did find a vape in an old bag that I had. So I did used to vape, and then I quit vaping, but I found one. And so there were a couple occasions that I hit a vape there. And honestly, I was like so delirious and like out of it and just felt so bad that I was like, whatever. Like that's why I really even like hit it some. But so I quit vaping, but there was a vape there. I did hit the vape. I objectively did not hit a vape and go on camera and use it to fake my breath. Literally never at all once ever, right? Because I do not vape, I do not promote it. It's very bad for you. It's got a bunch of crazy stuff in it. I would never promote it. I'm very particular about not doing things on my streams that I consider to be bad.
I have two thoughts. If he vaped, which it looks like he did, I'm admitting that. If he vaped, which it looks like he did, I'm admitting that.
Really close to them. Let me read some more of your questions real fast. It's so bright. Why isn't your breath foggy? It's not as foggy as it was a second ago. It's kind of foggy right now. You're right. You show integrity and you admit that you messed up. You admit that you were lying. Or you're a liar and you double down because of pride and ego, and you think, if I can lie convincingly enough, no one will know that I'm wrong. No one will know that I lied. If I can just pretend that he said something other than what he really said, I can trick people.
Okay, I've just found this strange anomaly in one of Jaron's videos from Antarctica, from the TFE experiment. I'll just play this.
North, south, you see there? North and south. So supposedly that rock is north. And I actually drew this line. I don't know if you can see this line that says S.
Did you catch that? So this, he's saying, is south. But if we go back to the compass...
I actually drew this line. I don't know if that rock is north.
So obviously the red part of a compass points north, okay? So just to confirm that, why is north always red? It's red on a compass north. The red needle on a compass is the part that indicates north. Okay, I'm not talking about this bit. This is the red part of the needle here. Red, this line, red and black. So as you can see, the red part is pointing to his left. It's pointing just a little bit above, a little bit upwards from these parallel lines to his left here, okay?
Right, maybe it drops a little bit. So supposedly that rock is north. And I actually drew this line. I don't know if you can see this line that says S.
So that's
this one?
That's S. That's the S line, which is to his left. So we've just seen. You can see this stand here, and I'll just click it back to there. So to the left of that stand is south.
And south.
And his compass. His compass says it's north. So not sure what's going on there. It's interesting, it's strange, it's just another anomaly. It's very odd that he doesn't mention that it's wrong as well, because if I was standing there and I was holding a compass and it was telling me that north was completely the opposite direction to south, I probably would have mentioned it on the video and said, oh, that's strange, my compass isn't working. I'm not sure why he doesn't mention it. Maybe he doesn't know how a compass works. I don't know. So it's pretty much everyone knows that the red bit points to north. So I don't know. How can we explain this? Just play the whole clip in full again.
So there's north, south, you see there? North and south.
North is to his left.
So supposedly that rock is north.
That's to his right.
And I actually drew this line. I don't know if you can see this line that says S.
And that's S.
See this one?
He's drawn S to
and one
his
of the craziest, I don't even know how this happens, but when I was practicing with this solar mount at home.
So he's drawn a line that says south to his left. Oh dear. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Anyway, that pretty much wraps it up anyway, so there we go.
This is my DJI drone.
Hey folks, so one of the bigger upgrades for the DJI Mini 4 Pro over its predecessor is it now has full 360-degree obstacle avoidance. We do have that sound effect from the controller as well, just to warn us that obstacles are detected. And we also have the visual prompts on screen. So in particular, we are still close to this table. So yeah, the drone is noticing that. So if I just fly forwards, yep, you can see the drone has stopped by itself. I've still got the stick pushed forwards, but it is not moving any further towards the obstacle because it has detected it. So it's really simple in that regards. And if I just move away from it, and then let's head to it from the side, the drone is not going anywhere near it. So the obstacle avoidance works really well.
And I'm gonna go backward. So obviously, if there was a green screen, this drone would not be able to fly backward toward MC Toon, who's also live streaming and who's also filming the drone. Alright, now.
So if I just fly forwards.
Alright, now.
So if I just fly forwards.
I'm gonna come right back to us. Alright. And back again. We finally get to my conclusion on the matter. of lying and deception, and that is this. After carefully looking at both sides of the debate, and after taking a very deep dive into everything I could possibly find in Scripture regarding lying and deception, I have come to the conclusion that neither lying nor deception are inherently immoral.
The dance that is going to happen in front of us.
It's not exactly fluffy, is it?
Here come some individuals, nice shadows.
Barely. That's funny.
Okay, they don't seem to be leaving footprints though. Wherever they walk, wherever they dance, they are not leaving footprints in the snow to prove that they were actually on the snow. Now there's a lot of people are pointing out evidence that this is fabricated. Was it now?
In a future video, but he is someone that has spent more time in Antarctica than almost anyone alive today, and he's also done a ton of filming and photography in Antarctica, and just yeah, so 10 cameras. We've got cameras that are live streaming. We've got 360-degree cameras.
Blizzard here.
Which ironically doesn't happen all that often. We get a lot of wind, but not a ton of snow. This is unusual.
And in California,
home. But this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to spend Christmas in the most Christmassy place of all. Vincent, day 18. Waking up at you.
I was doing it on the fly just every now and again, just stop it. My own peace of mind.
Hi folks, welcome back to my channel. This is another quick heads up before we do our final clip and we put things together. In this video we're going to show that there's no parallax shift in the footage that was given as evidence that they formed a 24-hour sun. When you look at the footage you can see that there's problems and that the footage is fake. If you're rotating your camera, look at this footage and I'm going to break it down and explain to you. This is normal. You can't avoid this. This must be evidence in your footage. So what is parallax shift? So look, when a person pans his camera to the right, as in this case, everything will move to your left, but they'll move at different speeds. So here you have a pillar. Behind the pillar you have a lady, and behind that you have the corner of the building. Now they're all in line. Now as a man pans his camera, they will move at different speeds. Things closer to the camera must move faster because they're closer to the camera. Things further away will move slower. As he keeps panning within that shot, where's the corner of the building now? And where's the lady? Look at the space. So the space between the beam, the lady, and the corner of the building widens out. Now this is what you expect to see. You can't avoid this. This must happen because this is normal. Right. So when the beam is out the way, where is the corner of the building? Look at the gap between the corner of the building and the lady's head now. Right. So this is normal. Right. It's called parallax shift. So let's look at the footage again. And we're gonna just do a quick step in the video footage. Now let's compare and look at what's happening in the final experiment. You see how everything bends. There's no parallax shift. The gaps between the table and the tripod and the building at the back stay the same. There's no parallax shift. It means the footage is fake. So why would they do this? Well, what they're doing is they're taking the footage, they're putting the footage in a circle, they're wrapping it. Then they're rotating the footage because they need to fake the rotation of the sun. So remember, you can do it with a video or you can do it with an image. I'm using an image in this, but I'm showing you the warping and why it's warping. If I take this image, for example, right, I make sure the join is accurate, it's spot on. I rotate the image. You would think, well, the camera's moving. No, the footage is moving because that's why it's warping. Can you see how it bends? It warps in, the sun gets bigger and the sun warps and gets smaller. Well, that's what's happening here. There's no parallax shift. It means the footage is fake. So this is just one aspect. So think of it like a puzzle. You put all these pieces of puzzle together. So the footage has already been proven as fake, but this is small pieces of the puzzle. So why would they do this? And I'm going to bring this out in another video and why they needed to do it. But they couldn't fake the parallax shift.
That mountain looks like it's right there. Looks like you can just touch it, but they say it's like a few miles away.
Hey, like these mountains, bro. You see these mountains? Dude, and like those are pretty huge. They look like you could reach out and touch them, you know?
Making a documentary. I'm the filmmaker in the group. I'm a flat earther as well. It's hard to say what I think these days, but I'll tell you this, the AE map seems to be inaccurate. I think some of the things with the flat earth now give me reason to investigate a little different. You know, when you see the sun circle around you, it's pretty clear just based on where we are that it couldn't be happening where the rest of the planet is getting day and night every day as they do, with the exception of the North Pole, but that's for the same reason that down here in the South Pole, we're getting this 24-hour sunlight.
What I'm saying is, you know, let's say you present me 100 ideas and a couple of them, for whatever reason.
Not 100,
we just,
5.
Okay, 5. Yeah, no, let's do it. I'm very interested. I'm here for this, actually.
Okay.
Jonathan, how much are you getting paid?
Well,
how much am I getting paid?
Yeah.
Listen, wait, don't answer that, Jonathan. Don't answer that.
Yeah.
Will Duffy, Jonathan needs to get paid for his time. Will hired him. Okay? We could hire somebody. So I'm going to stand up for Will on that one. He hired him.
Flat Earth documentary filmmaker coming.
That doesn't make any sense. You've been a flat earther for 8 or 9 years, and you just said we go to space. Another red flag, bro.
Okay, well, excuse my my grammar, but my thoughts were send us up in a ship as high as it'll go with one of these ships, and like obviously if they don't send us in a ship high enough, oh, there's an issue. If they do send us, what will we see?
Would you publicly become enemy with the Masonic organization?
Yeah, because it's against their brotherhood to speak against them publicly.
And we're in public. Right. That's why I'm asking this last question, and I'm going to mute my mic and pass it. So no, you wouldn't make a film speaking out against them?
Well, it depends on the criteria. Are they hurting someone?
Well, by you asking that question, I'm almost going to have to suspect that you should already know that, sir, being a truth finder. They're hurting a lot of people. And I'm surprised you don't already know that.
Jonathan, what's your top 3 points that make you a flat earther? Let's hear it.
Well, okay, so it's evolving every day. I really am into the 3 suns in Russia. I'm into the 3-body problem, and how you can have celestial lineups like we're going to have January 25th, where all the 9 planets line up, right? We can't predict that, and yet we do with very pinpoint accuracy. So there's that. There's I haven't seen anything that disproves curvature. It seems like pilots I've spoken to in the Chicago airport, where I was on a 6-hour layover once. 12 of them were like, it's round. I saw it at 40,000 feet. I'm like, oh, okay. And then the other one stopped, took out their earbuds, had like a nice salad. They were like, hey, what did you ask me? Of course I think it's flat. Why are you asking me? And like talked with me. So there's that, the witness testimony.
Jonathan's a real flat earther.
You want to read? Yeah, let's keep going. The Earth has a lot of mass, so it has a strong pull. Strong pull. Can you guys see that? When baby drops something, the Earth pulls it down. Baby likes to test this, and puppy likes to help.
You have to read the slurp part. They like that the best.
Slurp. Gravity is everywhere. Moon, less mass. Earth, more mass. It makes the moon go around the Earth. And the sun, lots more mass.
No, you need to put more feeling into lots more math.
And the sun, lots of more mass.
There you go.
The Earth go round the sun. Gravity is even at the park. Baby climbs up. That's it.
No,
I got too fast.
It's hard to.
My daughter always says, no, Dad, you got to slow down. Got to read it slow.
There you go.
Oh, okay. And gravity helps him down. Whee! Baby loves gravity. A lovely book. Thank you for letting me jump in.
Thanks for reading it.
Oh, and then they got there and the camp was empty. Who the hell said that? Did you watch? You paid for the GoPro footage. Did you watch my GoPro footage? Did you see us fly in? Was the camp empty?
And look at the whole place is empty. It's just us. There was 10 people on the flight.
And look at the whole place is empty. It's just us. Oh, and then they got there and the camp was empty. Who the hell said that? Did you watch? You paid for the GoPro footage. Did you watch my GoPro footage? Did you see us fly in? Was the camp empty?
And look at the whole place is empty. It's just us. There was 10 people on the flight.
You're a truther or you're a liar. Either you have integrity or you don't. Either you have honor or you don't. Period. Either you're a truther or you're a liar.
But if you are not buying the mainstream propaganda, they have Alex Jones to catch you. So he is controlled off as far as I can tell. Masonic actor. I'm a shield because I was on InfoWars. You're not allowed on there without it. So that's how we know it's fake. I'm guaranteed an actor because anyone that's ever been on InfoWars is an actor, is fake.
The only way you could be on Alex Jones or Timcast is through selling out.
People don't want to look into it, but there are a few of us that do. Among them is our friend Austin Whitsitt, who's been looking into this story and others like it. He joins us now for more discussion on this. What say you about this fog?
I think that it's very suspect.
We're looking at this webcam footage. I'll leave the link in the description. We're looking from February 2012 all the way to April 2014. Started at this one here, and let's watch the shadow as it does its 360, proving the globe. Or maybe not. We can watch the shadows on all these webcam videos, and we can see that never do the shadows complete a 360-degree turn. In fact, never is there a video of an entire day. We could look up here and see at the time that it will go through and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, then it will skip to 10 for no reason. Remember, these are the webcam videos supposedly for the purpose of showing us the 24-hour sun at the South Pole. And we can see that the sun goes by the horizon there, right to left. But does the sun go behind us? So watch these shadows and you'll see them start, grow, and then skip. Start, grow, and skip. So what they're showing us is proof of absolutely nothing other than the fact that they have edited these webcam videos. You may also notice that these shadows start long, then become short in the middle, and then go long again, which would be the case on a flat Earth map where the sun is coming from your northeast and far away, which would cause a long shadow. As it passes the horizon, it would be even with you and cause a short shadow, and as it leaves, heading off to your northwest, it would again cause a long shadow. But one thing should be evident, that these are all edited and cut. So again, you can watch the sun as it comes from your northeast, across the horizon, and then takes off to the northwest. The sun does not go behind us as would be required in a 360-degree sun path around the southern continent. Clearly, this shows us, if anything, that trickery is afoot. And this is not just one of the months, this is not just 2 of the months, it's not just 5 of the months. This is every month that they have a webcam video for. They have edited and cut out part of the day. And these are during the main months, which are January, December, and November, the southern summer. In this video, let's watch this green flag down below. You'll see it starting around maybe 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rotates around to about 2 o'clock, and then resets. Rotate around, reset. This is obviously a lie. This is obviously not what's going on. Why don't we get to see the sun do a 360-degree turn around the southern continent? However, on a globe, it is something that should be really evident and should be seen in every single summer video from the South Pole. But again, watch the flag. It'll start around 8 o'clock, rotate around until it gets to 2, and then reset and start over. This should be a huge eye-opener. Should be something that screams to you fraud, fake, set up, contrived. This is not what we would see if the sun went around the southern continent. Use your head here. What would that mean? To me, it means that it simply isn't the truth. That it isn't the case. We don't see what we're supposed to see. So what else are we supposed to surmise besides that what we're told is not the truth? We could look up here and watch the time, and you'll see we're at January 14th, and the time goes 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 21, 22, 23, 24, 1, 2, 3, 10, 11. So, watch the times. Again, the link to these webcam time-lapse videos is in the description. You can go watch them all yourself and see that you have been terribly fooled. Now, if we watch these shadows here on this purple flag, you'll see what I'm talking about the shadow starting out extremely long, getting extremely small, and then getting extremely long again, which again makes no sense on a globe model, makes all the sense on a flat earth model, because the sun is coming from your northeast and far away, causing a long shadow, then it crosses the horizon, causing a short shadow, and then escapes to the northwest, which would again cause another long shadow. So I would love it if somebody, anybody, would tell me what reason could they possibly have for editing these webcam time-lapse videos in such a manner. Why not show us one complete day where the shadow simply does a complete circle? In fact, they should be able to show us probably at the very minimum 2 months straight. That's 60 days or more, where the sun does nothing but circle the southern continent. In fact, it's supposed to be more. But at the very least, this is at Amundsen Scott South Pole Station. There should be non-stop continuous shadows circling these flags. But is that what we get? Or do we get cut up and contrived fake webcam footages? So I emailed the head of the Australian Antarctic Division there, and she wrote back and basically said that the webcams at their Antarctic stations are subject to very limited internet connections, and frequent interruptions and dropouts are commonplace as the outages due to weather are extreme. Very slow bandwidth means we are unable to have constant streaming video. The time lapses you see on our site are stitched together from photos generated every 15 minutes, and basically saying that there'd be no way that they could have data from a whole entire day. Just taking a look at Mawson Station's current time-lapse, for example, the images are being recorded overnight, and nothing appears to be missing. If you do notice anything absent on any of our webcams, please let us know the specifics so we can investigate any potential faults, or even maybe restore images where possible. So I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Why don't you have complete day's videos? You're cutting them yourself. So I wrote back, and she responded with, "Hi Jaron, I've spoken to our web manager, who was not available earlier. He let me know that some frames are actually missing by design. Because the webcams were set up so long ago, he had forgotten about a script he had written to omit frames that are mostly all black to save on space, bandwidth, and overall quality of the video. Chunks of time with just black screens are a bit of a waste." He said that if there is any reasonable light source in the image, then the image would not be omitted, and that the missing frames are based only on the amount of light in the image. Thanks for your email. We will now add this to the FAQ for future webcam visitors. And if you can't tell, this is complete and total horseshit, because what we were just looking at was the summer months when there is no night. It's supposed to be 24 hours of sun going around. Why are those images omitted? So I said, Jen, I still think you aren't quite understanding what I'm saying. If you have time-lapse webcam footage from the Amundsen Scott base, then why is there no 24-hour sun video? You guys have cut and edited every single video. Why? It makes no sense with your answers below about black screens. Please explain. For example, watch all videos for November, December, January 2011, 2012, 2013. And the most recent email, which came earlier this week, said, "Hi Jaron, the Amundsen Scott Station is an American facility, and for all inquiries regarding their webcam footage, you need to contact them. The information and explanation that Jen provided below still applies to ours. Kind regards, Denise." So I have emailed all the people at the NOAA and the NSF, and we were waiting to see if they've got anything new to say besides just the same nonsense responses. So again, I've sped up this camera footage just a little bit to get you some more views of these time-lapse footages, but it's all much of the same. You'll see shadows going halfway around and then resetting. You can watch the time in every single video to see that never is a whole day played. Sometimes it actually appears that the shadow comes very close to doing some sort of a 360-degree turn, but regardless, you can look at the time and see that at minimum, 8 to 10 hours is cut out of every video. So how could the shadow even be coming close to doing a 360 if you're cutting out a third or more of the day? Again, this is good evidence here. If you watch the purple flag start out very long, then it gets short as it goes in front of you, and then becomes long as it resets and starts over. These are not accurate portrayals of reality. Again, the biggest and most obvious point here is that if it was a globe that we live on, then what they are trying to show us would be 1, easy, 2, occurred daily, and 3, plainly evident. And it is none of those. It looks like they're trying to cut it up. It looks like they're trying to portray something that isn't actually happening. And it looks like they're trying to fool us. Let's pay attention to something here. Watch this shadow as it rotates towards the upper left of the screen, and notice the shadow in this video coincides with the sun, not the opposite as would be required by, physics and optics. The shadow should be opposite of the sun, not rotating in tandem with it. Again, more evidence of extreme trickery, extreme editing. They are simply trying to sell us something that isn't reality. How much more will it take for these globe believers to stop in their tracks and just think, you know what? This is strange, and to stop making excuses for liars who have been deceiving humanity for hundreds of years? Because we've still got the same people, and you know who I'm talking about, who will watch this footage after that webcam, and will still believe in NASA and in science. Well, it's time to face facts, and the facts say that we're being lied to. So, you can keep making excuses. You can keep just calling me names. Put your hateful comment in the comment section. You can keep thinking that there's no way we could have been lied to. You can keep thinking that people have known that we live on a globe for thousands of years. You can keep bowing to those who deceive the world, and you can keep fighting on behalf of your handlers who are laughing at us all for 2 reasons. 1, because they have fooled the world, and 2, because you argue on their behalf. That is pretty funny. To have convinced people of a lie so strongly that you have the people who are lied to defending those liars and arguing on their behalf.
This is the 24-hour sun in Antarctica.
The sun will dip down right here. It doesn't go behind that mountain. It goes right above it,
comes over here, gets back up high in the north, and then sets. A lot of people were saying something about this isn't.
And then he says it goes down, but it doesn't go behind the mountain, and then it starts to head north. That's what he says in the video.
No, he doesn't, Will. And just wait till you play it back. And I'm so glad this has come out, because this is going to cause an absolute flipping SH1T storm. I'm not lying. He said it. You haven't been able to play it back because it's not been buffered properly. He says it.
The sun will dip down right here. It doesn't go behind that mountain. Goes right above it, comes over here, gets back up high in the north, and then sets. A lot of people were saying something about this isn't.
I'm not hearing what you're hearing.
Because it's buffering, Will. Come on.
Doesn't go behind that mountain. Goes right above it, comes over here, gets back up high in the north, and then sets. A lot of people were saying something.
You said it sets, my friend.
Let me hear it again. Because
You might have said since.
Well, can I just ask you, Jaron, why did you say that it sets?
I don't know. I don't even. That's what I said. I'd have to listen to. I don't know if I was just kind of rambling off there.
I'm going to jump in here, guys. People have been sending me messages. Jaron said, since a lot of people are saying this wasn't near Union Glacier, he said since, not set. Jaron said, since a lot of people are saying this wasn't near Union Glacier, he said since, not set.
Doesn't go behind that mountain. Goes right above it, comes over here, gets back up high in the north, and then sets. A lot of people were saying something about go behind that mountain. Goes right above it, comes over here, gets back up high in the north, and then sets.
What's up? So they're holding guns on the other side of this camera. This is all stage. They're holding guns on the other side of this camera. This is all stage. This is all stage. This is all stage.
Mac for $1.99. Sign an affidavit. You are seeing a 24-hour sun. Well, yeah, I would say I've definitely seen a 24-hour sun, and I've got several cameras here that would also agree that I've seen a 24-hour. Well, I certainly think I've seen a 24-hour sun. I could be dreaming at this point. Pierce and Allison for $10. Can you quote Fallout New Vegas flat earthers and say, truth is the game was rigged from the start?
Don't interrupt me, okay?
Okay, fine.
Okay. You did not respect me. You don't have enough respect to call me by my name.
Well, I don't have your name other than Toon.
Shut up.
Sir, yes, sir!
Shut up. Don't interrupt me. Don't call me by the wrong name. If you want to pretend to respect me, you will call me by the right name. And if you're too stupid to figure it out, that's on you because you don't have any respect for me. So don't interrupt.
What is your right name? What is your right name?
I'm not going to tell you. Go do your own research.
Now always remember, when we're looking for lies or deception, we're looking for a cluster of behaviors. There isn't a single symptom on this planet that a behavior analyst or an interrogator is going to look at and go, oh, the person's lying because they did this one thing. But in reality, we have to observe multiple things happening at the same time, and that raises our confidence that deception is taking place. For most of you, your intuition is strong enough to just sense when something feels off.
All right, guys. Sometimes you are wrong in life, and I thought that there was no 24-hour sun. In fact, I was pretty sure of it. But I respect Will Duffy for being a stand-up guy, at least in the way that he kept saying it was true. I kept saying it wasn't.
Start the clock. So what does the arm cross mean? When you see somebody with their arms crossed, this is a negative defensive gesture. And they're in defense mode. They're either seeing something or they're hearing something that they disapprove of, and they're protecting themselves from it.
If something doesn't just pop out of the blue and all of a sudden the sun sets or something, when we claim that there was no sun or 24-hour sun.
Historically, this means somebody is protecting their vital organs.
I respect Will Duffy for being a stand-up guy, at least in the way that he kept saying it was true. I kept saying it wasn't. He said, do you want to go? I'll take it.
Giving themselves a self-soothing gesture, a bit of a self-hug.
All the ball earthers will be saying, well, that's because they saw their worldview crumbling before them and they refused to accept it and they were struggling with that.
There's no way in that moment you could even attempt to judge the body language of someone like Jaron, who is probably going through something that none of us could ever imagine.
Guys, that's just an absolute nonsense. We all know that ꞋERØN knows. We all know that ⁱ knows. They know that the sun sets in Antarctica. They know exactly what they were doing. It's got nothing to do with them struggling with having their worldview turned upside down. It's all to do with them realising that they're in front of the cameras, they're going to be headlined all over the world, and they were. About 300 newspapers across the world had ꞋERØN on the front saying, what was his famous line? Sometimes in life you are wrong. Something like that. They were there confronted with the depths of their sin, with the depths of what they'd sunk to, and it was very hard for them to behave normally and relaxed.
I honestly believe there was no 24-hour sun. I honestly now believe there is. I honestly believe there was no 24-hour sun. I honestly now believe there is.
No, ŢERØN, that honestly doesn't come into it. If you saw the 24-hour sun, you saw it with your own eyes, what you would say in front of everybody, this is what I would say: I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen the 24-hour sun. And there's no argument, there's no contest. I've got to completely rethink everything about my life, about my cosmology, about my mind. It's just undone me. This trip has undone me. But ŢERØN didn't say that. It was just a complicated series of sentences, stuttering, awkwardness.
But no, it's amazing. I can't even tell you. Flying in was the best thing I've ever seen. So looking around, best thing I've ever seen. So, you know, how could I give him a hard time for bringing me down here? $35,000 trip. It's been incredible. It will continue to be incredible. We've got some tracking mounts swinging around, seeing the sun. What does it mean? You have to figure it out. You know, to me, it means that the AE map no longer works, but that doesn't mean that I'm right.
The whole thing was a study in how the words can say one thing and the body belies another thing entirely.
It means that it could work. You'll have to figure out how, because I've tried and I struggle with it. The other thing is a 24-hour moon. If that happens, you got another thing we got to worry about. So it seems like the moon does circle here as well. So you start thinking about that as well. It doesn't mean that AE map is over, flat Earth is over. Maybe somebody's got the answer. I don't have that answer right now. So just want to say thanks again.
We see him fighting back the tears because he knows what he's done.
And I just want to say thanks to Will. Through everything, you've been at least kind to me, and I appreciate that.
He knows the depths that he's reached by going out on this great big pretense, this great big pantomime on ice.
It's been incredible. It will continue to be incredible. We've got some tracking mounts swinging around, seeing the sun. What does it mean? You have to figure it out. You know, to me, it means that the AE map no longer works, but that doesn't mean that I'm right.
Less is more. When you over-explain, it's because you have this fear that they're not going to believe you. So you give more detail in hopes that they believe that you're telling the truth or believe you know what you're talking about.
It means that it could work. You'll have to figure out how, because I've tried and I struggle with it. The other thing is a 24-hour moon.
But the more words you use, the less believable you sound.
How's that? Anyway, it's been great. It's been such a good trip. So many fun things. So many predictions that we nailed. You know, predict that the magnetic inclination will point south down in ∠𝐿. Confirmed. The magnetic field strength will increase between Punta and Antarctica. Nailed it. The weight of objects on a scale that I'm doing with Critical Think. It's mostly him, but I'm bringing a scale back with me to Minnesota. Nailed it. So many things that we predicted from thousands of miles away, having never been here, and just taking what other people have done and say, well, based on what they did, we predict this will happen. This will be the value. And we got it. And compare that to flat Earth. For weeks, I was asking flat earthers, I was doing videos, I was personally requesting for flat earthers to provide predictions for flat Earth, and they didn't. I made predictions using the base claims that flat Earth makes.
You know, McToon was wandering around Puntas Arenas listing all the things. Oh, come on, McToon, say it, say it, say it. So McToon, you had all the time in the world to say, and we got the 24-hour sun. Bang, it's in the bag, boys. None of you have demonstrated any a genuineness about it at all, guys. None of you have demonstrated any a genuineness about it at all, guys. None of you have demonstrated any a genuineness about it at all, guys.
This trip has really shined a spotlight on the fact that there is nothing that flat Earth has. It is completely vacuous. It's just empty of anything useful. I feel bad for them. They believe in something so vehemently, so aggressively that they'll go crazy on it. And they got nothing. And they know they have nothing. They know when I ask them, what's your prediction for this? And they don't have it. It would burn me up if I couldn't do that. I can do it all day long.
The more words it takes to tell the truth, the farther it looks from it.
So obviously we're documenting it. But yeah, you know, I said what I feel about this the whole time. Truth doesn't fear investigation. I think that we're truly trying to figure out the truth. Obviously some people think that what we were told is the truth. I don't think that, but I do think that people need to be honest and humble and be like, whoa, you know, we were wrong. If something doesn't just pop out of the blue and all of a sudden the sun sets or something, when we claim that there was no sun or 24-hour sun. So yeah, and I know a lot of people want to know what my take is in terms of how does it work and stuff. And I will, like a quick teaser, I've seen a physical demonstration that could show this working, but I do think that some of the data we're going to have from this trip may help to clarify if that is actually what's happening. But anyway, long story short, they kind of covered the trip. It's like incredible and beautiful. And when you fly into here, it's just like...
So when you give more detail, you're not preventing misunderstanding. You're ensuring it.
I was interrupted. Can I get back to where I was going? Please? All right, I can tell from your body language right now, Steve, that you don't want me to present what I'm about to present. Your body language is telling everybody that your constant interruption is you attempting to avoid the evidence that's going to destroy you. That's the body language I see from you.
To destroy me.
Stop talking. Unless interrupt if you want your body language to inform everybody that you're scared.
Listen, I'm not scared of anybody.
Your body language is telling us, is informing everybody that you're scared. Now here is, stop talking. All right, Steve? This is a 380 gigabyte file. I can't even upload it to YouTube. I have to re-render it. But I can show it in VLC on my computer here. So there you see the sun, right? On the ground here, you see two lines. The one on the left is due south. The one on the right was it was incorrect. We amended it. So the correct one is that straight one on the left there. We scraped in the snow using a shovel because the snow is hard packed. That's why you don't see a lot of footprints there. But you do see footprints when we walk around.
When you over-explain, it's because you have this fear that they're not going to believe you. So you give more detail in hopes that they believe that you're telling the truth or believe you know what you're talking about.
The mountain there where there's that white patch on it, that's where due south is, a little bit to the right of that. So here's this video. I'll move it ahead. This is the 24-hour sun in Antarctica.
Yeah, okay. So someone just asked if this was pre-recorded. Obviously, I can't interact with these comments if this was pre-recorded.
Just check out what I dug up on the App Store. The app can create a fake live stream where 100,000 people watch you.
Obviously, I can't interact with these comments if this was pre-recorded.
Create fake live streams, interact with AI fans. Create fake live streams, interact with AI fans.
Obviously, I can't interact with these comments if this was pre-recorded. And there you go, everyone. It's there's the sun in all of its glory.
I've just witnessed all that debacle on the ice with you wheeling out ٚ:0 with all his body language and ⁱᵃ with all that he was saying. You haven't even seen the 24-hour sun, and you're all proclaiming that you've got the midnight sun and the 24-hour sun.
Yeah, so I mean, I was one of the people that said I definitely didn't think that there was a 24-hour sun. We obviously haven't actually seen the sun for 24 hours, but it is doing what they said it would do very clearly, and it is still dancing around high in the sky. We obviously haven't actually seen the sun for 24 hours, but
Maybe
Like, dude, I know him on a personal level. I've talked to him for many, many hours about all kinds of things. I know him better than you guys know him. Like, that's just a fact, dude. And do you, Austin? You know Jaron better than we? Okay. Do you know that he sends multiple dick pics to the ladies of the FE community? Do you know that? Do you know he's constantly inappropriate with every woman that he talks to in this community? Do you know that? I know that. But do you know that, Austin? And like I said, Jaron, call it slanderous. Try to sue me. It'll be great. I would love to have the deposition where we get all the ladies in there showing the pictures of your apparently large monster penis. So do it, Jaron. I'd like to see that happen. So, Dave, when are you going to distance yourself from this fucking asshole? Dave, do you know that he's sending dick pics to everybody on top of all this bullshit that he's pulling?
No,
To try to sink the flat Earth?
Dave Wise knows. He's been confronted and told about it, and Dave Wise basically completely ignored.
Okay. So, Dave, what does that say about you?
Okay, NFL running back Zach Stacy.
I don't see it. Oh, there it is.
Dave, look at
Up
the
there.
fucking
I see it.
screen. Oh, jeez.
He's
That poor television.
He's teaching her how to do be a linebacker.
And the cat.
Ooh.
The cat's all disgruntled.
You notice the cat didn't go pee on her.
Maybe just wait.
Doesn't have to do Corona.
She's supposed to be pregnant right now.
What's he doing?
Rubbing her face? Is that
I thought he grabbed a knife.
Is he gonna squeeze a lime in her face? That's what I was beginning.
Look at those kicking shoes.
Oh. Okay, the cat and the baby's chilling down here.
Whoa. Wait, did he throw her a second time?
No.
I believe so here.
She's pregnant in this video.
No, she's always pregnant, she says. Oh.
And who is this guy?
Zach Stacy. He played for the Los Angeles Rams.
Why does he live in the motorhome?
They're in Florida in their little apartment.
Yeah, he's been 5 years since he's been in the NFL, but he's a...
Yeah, he got kicked out. But he's on the run right now, and they can't find him.
Is he going to go into the forest and die like, what's his name?
They're still looking for this guy right now.
What was he going to put in her face?
He grabbed something.
It's baby food.
Eat these carrots.
Look, now he's talking like all calm here. Let's listen to what he has to say. Oh, let's listen to how he says.
You thought that was okay?
He's talking calm.
And you're going to ruin relationships? They're talking about I'm destructive?
He's bipolar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's trying to say I'm not destructive by destroying her.
He's got cameras all over that place.
What? Oh, wow. The other camera didn't turn on until...
And then you're gonna ruin relationships and talking about I'm destructive?
The kid, daycare.
He's just doing it because he loves her.
Yeah.
I have a camera in my house. If somebody came in here and did this to me, it would get recorded.
Wow. He's doing what's best for her.
Yeah, she doesn't know.
That's true. He's doing what's best for her.
Ouch, how did that not break her arm?
She's tough, dude.
It didn't break her arm that time.
I like how he like talks all calm.
What does he grab? Is it not a...
Please, please.
That's really weird. He was ready to throw a haymaker right there.
Is there a baby in the house?
Yeah, right there on the couch.
Right there.
He didn't even throw her. He didn't even throw her. She just slipped on a baby bottle.
Oh, uh-oh.
A lot of you don't know Austin or Jaron other than just seeing their videos. I know them. I've met them. I've hung out with them. I consider them good friends. Okay? If they're lying, I'm lying. Okay? So, but again, maybe you think I'm lying too. So if you don't, there is a point where you have to trust something. Okay? You don't have to trust me, right? But I trust Jaron and Austin to be 100% honest, right? Right? And listen, if you can't trust them, get the fuck out. Get out. Don't trust me either, right? Because I bet my life that they are not going to fucking say one lying word to us.
Something is wrong here. Dead giveaway.
When it comes to Jaron, though, bro, I have major red flags. It's the same guy that proved the Earth is a globe in Behind the Curve. Now we have the same flat earther saying that there's a 24-hour sun. So there's a major red flag.
Hold on. That was just naivety. He went to the Behind the Curve, didn't know, he didn't know that they were going to misquote him and everything. This time he has final edit as far as he can be included. He's not going to let himself be even included in there, but it doesn't matter. He's out in the mainstream. The movie will just say, go look at the articles in the mainstream, and that's not using him, which will be even more effective for the movie. Again, I hear you. You can be pissed at him, but it doesn't make him a paid shill. People are saying he's a paid shill. They're not questionable. They're 100% rock solid, pointing what they saw. The question is, how badly were they fooled and how did they fool them? Because that's what's questionable, not their sincerity, right? Austin and Jaron are being 100% honest, right? If you bring someone to a magic show and they cut someone in half and they come home and they say, they cut the person in half, I saw it. He's not lying. They were fooled. That's it. Will Duffy, this pastor, he's bringing these flat earthers in and they're going to blow our gig. No, that wasn't going to happen. So we weren't sure if the trip was going to be canceled, if it was going to be cloudy, if they were going to try and fake it, and maybe we can catch them. Maybe we did catch them. Maybe they didn't fake it.
And coming in 2024, we are working on something massive, which we think will finally put this flat earth idea to bed for good.
He said, would you go if Austin Whitsitt goes? I said, well, Austin's my business partner, so yeah, it'd probably be my first pick.
As you can imagine, what the show is called, it's called Nothing Gate. You ready? So my flat earth friends message me and say, Mark, are you sure? Yes, it's time to shut up and move forward. There is no vape gate or mountain gate or snow gate or shadow gate or reverse vampire gate or double decaffeinated half calf gate with a twist of lemon. How do I know? Because if I was in an alphabet group and running this operation, it would have looked a lot different. There would have been a massive surge of media stories long before the team left and multiple media reps with them on the ice. There would have been a detailed group statement on video with Jaron, Austin, and Lizbeth. Remember her, by the way? And then lots of mainstream media after the trip. Jaron would have been seen driving in a new BMW. He wasn't. Austin would have been paid for endorsements. He didn't. And Lizbeth would have been on camera a lot, because that's what you do with pretty internet girls who sell out. And guess what? She's under the radar. Everyone is trying to turn tiny things into a witch hunt and ignoring all the large things that for some reason didn't happen, and you are still choosing to ignore. Keep pressing the chat rooms if you want, but I can tell you, as someone who has been through this madness more than a few times over the last decade, none of it is going to stick, because it's the truth. Do your own research and find out why I say that there are no shills on Flat Earth.
I'm officially rejecting the final experiment. There's just been too many problems to take it seriously. Hasn't been done in a scientific manner. We didn't get the live 24-hour feed like promised. And then we've had essentially problem after problem. Vapegate, Footprintgate, Mountain Shadow Gate, Same Sun and Flares 24 hours later gate, the Ghost Camp. And now we've got Ratgate. You're probably thinking, Ratgate? Yeah, Ratgate. Ratgate's a strange one, where essentially I was made aware of a propaganda video that was made about me by a flat earther, where I was in an FE donkey video, where essentially the person in question, Brian Leakey, tried to do a video defending Vapegate, but his whole video was based on a lie. Thankfully, Taboo Conspiracy had corrected the lie in the comments section before I even had a chance to watch it. I couldn't watch it anyway. Donkey noises and obviously blatant lies that Taboo had pointed out. But what made it quite disappointing was seeing David Weiss in the comments section encouraging Brian Leakey to make this video, patting him on the back, even though the video was based on a lie. Remember, David Weiss has been doing damage control for this final experiment. He called Will Duffy a demon, yet he's backed this final experiment project 100% all the way, despite all the issues that have been highlighted by the community that he would usually thank for pointing out these problems. He's actually gone against. He's since taken down every one of his propaganda videos where he attempted to defend the final experiment. I think he realised how much damage he'd done to his reputation by actually taking that stance. Some people are still going to have a knee-jerk reaction to what I'm saying here about this final experiment, or possibly with what David's done, or possibly because I've highlighted it. Sorry. If someone, a so-called truther, flat earth celebrity, is encouraging naive flat earthers to make content about me based on lies, defending sketchy situations like Vapegate, you're not making yourself look very credible. Then when I asked you to account for your actions, and bearing in mind the content provider who did it, the naive, gullible Brian Leakey, apologised when Taboo had highlighted his error, shall we say. I asked you for an apology and you ran away. You've since been scurrying around in the background on damage control. You've now realised it's better to take your videos down because you've made yourself look rather bad to the whole community. Not me. You made yourself look bad, Dave. And the fact you encouraged Brian to make that video was kind of the icing on the cake. Who would have thought celebrity flat earthers would be encouraging naive, gullible flat earthers to make content that's based on lies to defend a pantomime that's called The Final Experiment? Bearing in mind, David Weiss had called the organiser, funder of The Final Experiment a demon. None of it makes sense unless you strip it bare, remove any emotions. Dave, you're on task, you're a dishonest individual, you're part of a crew of people who are misrepresenting the demonstrable truth. You, David Weiss, caused these problems with regards to the final experiment by creating the false dichotomy in the first place, by promoting concepts at the expense of what's physically true. You then gaslit loads of people by saying the flat earth is impossible if there's a circling sun in Antarctica. You've then promoted the idea that there is, essentially saying physical reality is wrong. You're illogical, Dave. You're at it, mate. You're a little rat. People, you're going to be upset at me for saying that, some people, because they might have a soft spot for Dave. I don't have a soft spot for dishonest individuals scurrying around in the background, causing problems. And people are going to say, oh, why don't you take the word of Jeren and Whitsitt, etc.? I don't know those people. They're just people on a TV screen. That would be just as bad for me as taking advice 4 years ago, 5 years ago, about certain medical procedures. I didn't listen to the TV screen then, and I didn't trust anyone on the screen then. Why is it any different now? Particularly all the sketchiness and all the dishonesty that seems to have gone on, and the scurrying around in the background by so-called truthers who are clearly at it. Shame on you, Dave. You're a little rat.
Do you know what's so funny about this is, do you know where I learned this? I learned it from that. One of the ways I came to understand this and why I've been teaching it for so long is because I've learned the basics of our cosmology, exactly how we experience it, from the compasses and square. The compass points up and tells you about the circle and says, guess what? That's the unknown. It's the incorporeal. It's the spiritual. And down here is the material. That's what you can know. It's so hilarious that I came to this understanding long before apparently these guys even considered it or totally understood that. And these guys are always bashing on Freemasonry, as we said. And do you know what the thing that taught me about it? That, guys, that.
Marty Lee's 33 at Podbean. Who's speaking there with him? One of the Flat Earth leaders, Mr. David Weiss. Why is David Weiss pushing this guy? Makes me wonder. But do you see? He's got the Masonic symbol in his logo. Not even in a cryptic fashion. Just there. So everybody else is going down all these other avenues. It's like, you don't need to do that at all. As far as I can tell, Jaron and Austin are absolutely telling the truth. The whole trip was legit.
And I wish people would get off the ridiculous investigation path that they're on, that Jaron and Austin are shills. For those of you out there that have been going hard on Jaron and Austin, you have to swallow your pride and say, okay, I was right that it was fake, but I was wrong on how they faked it.
I really admire your intrepid investigation into this matter. PK, stunning. David, excellent work as always. And I am compelled to ask for your indulgence in a short ceremony. Patrick McGowan, remember? Remember Patrick McGowan? Remember his village? Remember his prisoner series? He was a retired spy and went to a microcosm of the world. 16-episode series, 1968. It changed my view of the entire world very early on. I just had to wait for the others, the ones around me, to embrace what Patrick McGowan was trying to tell us. He outraged the industry with his program. And therefore I say, in the manner of McGowan, you, gentlemen, have illustrated and vindicated the right of the individual to be individual. And I hereby induct you both into the Order of the Arc Knights. Henceforth, we will address you as such. Sir Peter, Sir David, and this assembly rises to you, sirs. And I mean it.
Thank you very much, John. I'm honored.
We are honored by you and your work. This program is not about me. It's about people like you and the caravanners that you share this information with. And thank you so very much. Please stay in touch, stay healthy. May God bless you both. And may God help us all.
Thank you.
Exact sentiments as David. I'm honored. I don't know what to say.
I think you've done it, man.
All right.
I think you've not only said it, I think you've done it. Until we meet again, be well.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Here's a quick quote from St. Francis of Assisi. You ready? Here it comes. Glasses, please. Lord, grant me the strength to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. We can change this. All it takes is a little wakefulness and the good work of men like Sir David and Sir Peter. Until we meet again, exercise caution in your daily affairs. Eyes up, always. And make ready for what's to come. See you.
This is what we call a new moon. A new moon is when the opposite side of the moon to the Earth is the one that's lit up, and the dark side is what's facing the Earth. So not only do we have the dark side, we've got a bright light, which is the sun over here, which is why we don't see a new moon. Okay, so that's very important. That's how the phases of the moon work on the globe model.
The purpose, the overall purpose of the final experiment is to settle this debate between whether or not we live on a globe or a flat Earth. And the premise of the final experiment is that a 24-hour sun in Antarctica does not work on a flat Earth and would confirm the globe.
Hey, Sean, let me answer. I want to point out to the audience, you are evading the topic of the debate, which is the shape of the Earth, by talking about the sun. You are evading the topic of the debate, which is the shape of the Earth, by talking about the sun. And again, when we were in Antarctica, we did not see the 24-hour sun. That was another thing that people misunderstood. When we were in Antarctica, we did not see the 24-hour sun. We did not see the 24-hour sun. We did not see the 24-hour sun.
So the final experiment, right, it's just a bunch of clowns. And they come there with their threats like the final experiment is going to kill the flat Earth and do away with the flat Earth. Seriously. And you sending us bullshit, fake footage, and who they send is a bunch of clowns to intimidate us. Seriously? You people are delusional.
In case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Yeah.
𝐓𝐅𝐄 𝐄𝐱𝐩𝐿𝐴𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷